Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! Set! 319! 319!
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check. Patriot! Gone! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Lucky 56! Gone!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He sets to fire, and that's caught inside the 35. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Watch him now, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! 319!
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. On the handoff, it's Geis, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Leopard. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. No, check, Patriot.
Handoff comes to Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. Trubisky keeps it himself. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there.
You see it? You see it?
Trubisky going to take it on the sneak, and he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the 1st. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Now back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Uzoma. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Cook. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get... That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Geis, they'll try to run him. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Dwayne Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Leopard! Leopard! Hot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the ground, it's Geis. Powers over.
Just fed in his pads, didn't he?
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot!
Third down, here's Geis. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Looking to throw. And this one is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they'll run it here. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And looks like the Bengals starting to pull away in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They're going deep here for Taylor. That's caught inside the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go.
And he loses the football a second time. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the Colts coming out now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit, Detroit.
Back to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Gun.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Back to Philly, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
This is Geis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now a run with Geis. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime. And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. 2 straight incompletions. Now the pressure's really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime, a 3 and out. And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. The bottom line is when you... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount. Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much? Too much, yeah. Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling. And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
Go. Green 39! Green 39!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there. Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
No. Check. Patriot.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be, 38 yards out. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie.
We coming, man. Big guys, man. P&V. Skirt.
Special guest, Jacob Prof.
15 when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. 15 when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. Be winning, keep grinding, it's just the beginning. Rap about they ain't living. Ain't no top boy, you gotta be kidding. Like Nike, I go get a check. Baby girl, watch your flex. Got your tree, she go for the P&V on my up next. Can't wait till I caught me a Mozzie. On Cali, I feel like a different man. We got the pack, we delivering. I remember cold nights, I was shivering. Gotta go get the bag and no stopping me. Saying they know I'm a prodigy. Saying these be watching me. Got your tree in the spot, and I just hit 1 million views. So much better, I don't know what to do. Stack it up, gon' call me a coupe. I be dripping, they calling me soup. I be dripping, they calling me soup. Stack it up, gon' call me a coupe. I be dripping, they calling me soup. 15 when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. 15 when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man.